Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing what can only be described as disinformation, in my opinion, and I do not use that word lightly because, unfortunately, I think that that word is bandied about in the ether of the internet, if you will, far too much. There's information, and then there's information it seems some people don't want to hear, and they call it disinformation. In this case, though, I think it's warranted. I'll get into why. I was reading a recent article on the website traveloffpath.com. That's traveloffpath.com. Article is titled, "Malaysia's new digital nomad visa is now the easiest to qualify for in Asia." Quoting directly, "Some countries like Thailand are only getting more difficult and expensive with time. Thailand had previously offered 90-day tourist visas on arrival in 2022, but reverted back to 30 days this spring while cracking down on visa runs. Their only digital nomad visa options fall under the Thai Elite program, 9 tiers of VIP status for high-earning nomads, willing to shell out $17K to $1.5 million, again, US dollars." Yeah, I can only describe this article as essentially a hit piece almost. It just seemed like it was designed to sort of throw Thailand under the bus in terms of relative immigration benefits that could be garnered here in this jurisdiction compared to Malaysia. And then on top of it, the information isn't even correct. So for example, let me quote again, "Thailand had previously offered 90-day tourist visas on arrival." Not true. That was never the case. What Thailand did, one of the last things that occurred using the emergency decree prior to the emergency decree being rescinded is during high season, they set it up so that for last high season going into March of 2023, after October 2022, so between October 2022 and March of 2023, for those countries that already were part of the visa exemption scheme, so for example, the US, Britain, Canada, the Anglosphere, if you will, Ireland, Europe, and even some other countries in like Eastern Europe. I think Russia has visa exempt status with Thailand. These countries, Japan, for example, these countries that have visa exemption ability. So when you arrive in Thailand, generally speaking, unless there's a bilateral agreement otherwise, generally speaking, these visa exempt countries are granted 30 days upon arrival. For example, a US passport holder comes to Thailand. Usually, if you come with no visa whatsoever, you just get on a plane and come here, you get 30 days on arrival. Well, in order to spur some tourism activity, the Thai authorities went ahead and allowed 45-day visa exempt stamp upon arriving in Thailand. Now, that could then be extended further, which actually resulted in 75 days because the extension was only for 30 days. So I don't know where they're getting this visa on arrival at 90-day tourist visa on arrival. That just wasn't ever the case here. Then moving on, then cracking down on visa runs. Well, no, they weren't cracking down on visa runs. What was happening, as we discussed on this channel multiple times, yeah, there was more scrutiny along the border when things started to reopen, and some folks, they had to get their paperwork in order before they went to the border. That was all that was happening. Is you just had to sort of front load your paperwork and be sure that you could do the actual border run before going to the border. And immigration basically took the position that, look, we're doing this from an efficiency standpoint. We got enough problems in dealing with reopening, that's why we're doing it. So it wasn't really a crackdown on border runs or visa runs, as they say here. Then they say their only digital nomad visa options fall under the Thai Elite program. Not at all true. Not at all true. As we've discussed multiple times, there's the so-called long-term residence visa, which doesn't actually provide lawful permanent residence in Thailand, but it could provide benefits to various types of retirees and folks that may want to work in Thailand. Meanwhile, I don't know why everybody has decided to just go ahead and forget about standard business visas, for example. They're still available. It's still possible. We assist folks all the time with a standard business visa and work permit here in Thailand. Meanwhile, again, if you're married to a Thai, you have the option of coming here on a marriage visa, and you can get work authorized on that. So you could be a married digital nomad, and there's that option. I mean, again, that's probably a pretty narrow subset of people, but it's possible as an option out there. The notion that the only option is the Thailand Elite visa, that's absurd. There's many other options besides that specific one. And again, only if you're willing to shell out $17,000 to $1.5 million. I don't even know where they got those numbers from, because as we've discussed in many other videos, there are a ton of reasonably priced options far lower than $17,000, as we've discussed. For example, the Thai retirement visa is, again, you may have to have financial assets in a bank account in Thailand, but you're not paying that out. You're just holding it in the bank, using it as evidence for maintaining one's status here. So again, unfortunately, I don't know what, again, traveloffpath.com, this just, again, for lack of a better term, it just kind of looked like a hit piece on Thai immigration in an effort to sort of make Malaysia look better by comparison.